All right, everybody. Welcome to the first official commentary track from Not the Best Media. I'm David.
And I'm Ivan.
And we're about to watch Ghost in the Shell. Go ahead and play it.
All right.
We're at the Paramount screen.
Look at all those stars.
There's one for every state.
Oh, really?
I have no idea. I've never counted those stars. Why would I do that?
I was like wondering, like, oh shit, that's what that means?
No, I don't know. I know it's a Viacom company. I don't know what that adds to the conversation, but it's a fact.
DreamWorks.
It's a bridge.
That's a pretty hefty bridge.
I wonder where it's going. It's a bridge you can rely on. You get it? Reliance. It won't break on you.
I don't know about that.
I mean, hopefully.
Shanghai Film Group.
I guess the production of this film actually did try and work with some Japanese company to.
Shanghai is in Japan.
I said Japanese.
Yeah, Shanghai's in China. That's why I tweaked out.
Is it?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I'm retarded.
That's like. Yeah. Have you ever seen Rush Hour?
No, actually.
Oh.
Not a big fan. Like I know people love that, but like, I'm not gonna do it. They tried to reboot that for a TV series.
Rush Hour? Yeah, I actually saw the first few episodes of that. Not gonna lie, I kind of liked it.
Really?
Yeah.
Aw, come on.
I like buddy cop movies.
Didn't they get canceled already?
It really did, super hard.
What'd they last? Like 3 episodes? Not even?
I think they got through a whole season, which is like 7 episodes.
Sigh.
Hakana Robotics, funded by the government, is developing a military operative that will blur the line even further.
Yeah, so we're getting the exposition right now.
That's some exposition right there. I think I started to watch this and I just couldn't get through it.
Really?
Yeah, I think I was having technical difficulties, so I just gave up.
Well, we discussed this yesterday, but so you are a big fan of the original anime back in the 80s.
Yeah.
But you have not seen this film.
No, I have not. And to be quite honest, I actually haven't seen the anime in quite some time.
Well, you were a big fan, right?
Yeah, definitely was a big fan. The major Tachakomas, I love the Tachakomas, they're the fucking best. Became sentient, the oil, organic oil, they thought they had souls, and so on.
A lot of deep undertones going on for an anime that was probably ahead of its time.
Yeah, definitely, honestly. Especially at the very, very first incarnation, it was like an animated movie.
Yeah. I'm the exact opposite. I'm not a huge fan of the anime. I more respect it for what it did. Maybe I just didn't see it at the right time in my life to like fully love it like a lot of other people do. But I did see this movie when it came out, and I liked it. I thought it was pretty okay.
It was pretty good.
It was pretty good. It's definitely a movie that feels dated, since everything in this movie feels like it would have been more popular in the early 2000s. So maybe this movie just came out at the wrong time.
I disagree with you.
Really?
I honestly, like, for real, I think that, like, sentient AI, like, the idea of what means to be alive, I think that's, like, making a huge come up right now with a bunch of different stuff coming out. I mean, Fallout 4, very popular game by Bethesda, that was, like, that had a very heavy undertone of, like, sentient AI and, like, Sims and stuff. You got Detroit, the new game that's coming out pretty soon. Deals with that extensively as well. I think it's just making a resurgence right now. That's kind of like the it thing right now, Like, I feel like back in early 2000s, it was like cyberpunky-ish.
For sure.
And now I think like sentient, like robots and AIs and shit like that. I think that's what's becoming the popular now. I think that's the flavor of the month,
This opening scene, obviously a huge homage to the original anime. Very iconic scene. It doesn't have that same score as the original. Nonetheless, I think this opening is still very fantastic.
That's the major.
Yeah. See, when I first saw this movie, I originally thought it was directed by someone else, which probably tainted my view on the movie as a whole. I thought it was directed by the guy that made Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Yes, how how we were surprised when that movie first came out and we thought it was gonna be shit, and turns out it was pretty good.
Yeah.
This turns out it was directed by the guy that made Snow White and the Huntsman.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which isn't all that great.
She's breathing for the first time.
She's alive, Ivan.
Oh.
Just breathe. 2 a.m. and I don't know the words.
Okay. We're gonna get copyright flag. Stop.
Speaking of AI, I just recently read an article that like Facebook, they had to shut down one of their AIs because it like started creating its own language.
Yeah, I actually saw that, and they freaked out, and they were like, "Nope."
Yeah, they're like, we need to terminate this right away.
See, I'm curious, like, what's gonna happen in the future, man? Because like, I want to like, how much power can AI actually get?
Like it could have been a friendly speech to other AI systems.
It's like, hey, I'm Mark.
I like being alive. Oh, don't kill me.
No, please. What is my purpose?
That's a pretty scary thought, though, nonetheless.
Yeah, absolutely.
That it created its own language.
Pretty soon, man, it's gonna have AIs everywhere. Got personal assistants now, like Siri and Alexa and all that.
Have your own personal Cortana. Not the Microsoft Cortana. I mean, like the Halo Cortana.
Yeah, that'd be pretty neat, honestly. I'm curious to see like what the application of it would actually be. I mean, I feel like it'll lean a lot towards its personal assistant.
Probably. Until, the robot uprising, and then, we're all enslaved. And, fun times.
We'll be fine.
You don't have to worry about that right now.
John Connor will save us. Travel back in time for us and birth himself and
send his own father back in time to bang his mother so that he can be born in order
to send his father back in time. Okay.
Speaking of Terminator,
no.
James Cameron gets the right back to Terminator next year, 2019.
Shit, really? Okay, well, that's actually kind of hopeful now.
He wants to make a trilogy.
Okay, is this going to be a complete reboot, or is this going to be continuing off from Genesis, which... Yeah.
That's a good question. I'm not sure. The first guess of this new trilogy, he wants to be directed by Tim Miller, the guy who directed Deadpool.
Okay, well...
He seems like he can handle action pretty well, and
yeah, absolutely.
Kind of some cool... I can see it.
I mean, what's it going for, though? Is it going to be like a serious action movie, or is it going to be like a comedy-esque Deadpool?
No, I'm definitely sure it's not going to be comedy.
Yeah.
He showed like some good, gritty, grounded violence in Deadpool. That's what I'm looking forward to the most. Genesis was kind of like silly sci-fi. You take a look at...
We shall not speak about Genesis.
The first two Terminators were like really grounded in like some pretty hardcore violence and stuff. So I feel like Tim Miller can handle that aspect of it really good. We just need someone who can write a coherent script that isn't complete shit.
I feel that. I'm looking forward to seeing it now, honestly. I've seen what pops up from it.
I mean, James Cameron did kind of endorse Genesis, but like he probably was just getting a paycheck. If he's actually behind the creative process, I'm totally down to see what he has in store.
Yeah, I feel like it'll be in much better hands.
Absolutely. All right, what are we doing? We're watching Ghost in the Shell.
There's a blue cable going to this guy's head, and the kid's singing. I don't know what's going on. Is that the guy that plays Spock?
No, no.
Someone's scanning data trophy.
Like old Spock?
No. You talking about like Leonard Nimoy?
Yeah, fuck.
No.
I knew. Well, alright, I'm gonna stop talking. Alright, she can see through walls and stuff.
Yeah, bro. She's like Neo from the Matrix. She can see
Oh.
everything.
Oh.
I guess the Matrix clearly was inspired a lot by Ghost in the Shell.
43rd floor.
So I guess that's what I meant to say earlier. You know, when
Okay, yeah.
thinking this movie would have done better in a time where like the Matrix was very popular and you know digital cyberspace and cyberpunk everything and Scarlett Johansson
Yeah.
sees digitally through walls. Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely see that now. Wouldn't Scarlett Johansson be like 12 though?
Okay, well maybe obviously not Scarlett
Yeah.
Johansson. Well,
No, I know what you mean. Yeah, I could see it now. But I don't know. I feel like right now is definitely the time for this whole, you know, AI. They got shot.
well, they're trying it later in the year. I feel like with Blade Runner. Blade Runner's probably gonna
Oh, wait. 6 men shots fired.
follow some of the same themes and definitely some of the same visuals as this movie. This movie visually looks like, you know, inspired by Blade Runner.
Oh, absolutely. But I feel like just Blade Runner set up the entire genre
Oh, dude,
in a sense.
she's naked. It's-
Oh. Hey. Like, if set it up so, like, I feel like anything futuristic like this is gonna look like Blade Runner.
True.
Oh, just broke
These
the thing.
effects are actually really badass. Like how they were able to create a good blend of like actual animatronic puppets and CGI in this scene. I really like it. I dig it. Totally.
Feel that.
Like this is a great opening. Like I see no complaints so far.
I could definitely see what you meant by an homage to the original opening of the series.
Yes.
See, I just want to know when the Tachakomas show up.
What's a Tachikoma?
It's those blue tanks.
Isn't that later on?
They're in this movie, right?
Oh, I forget.
It's like the blue spider tanks.
Yes.
I'd be really salty if they weren't. Oh, she turns to a spider. Oh, that's really creepy. She's climbing up a wall like the Grudge.
Oh, her face exploded.
Oh.
Oh, her face exploded.
Oh.
See, this shot would have been the money shot back in the 90s.
Oh, absolutely. But I feel like it would have cost like millions and millions and millions
Hundreds of millions of
just to make this shot.
Yes. Alright, the last thing you see before you're shot to death is Scarlett Johansson's naked body. Did you live a good life?
Yes. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Ooh. There you go. I'm okay with this.
I lived a good life.
I regret nothing.
I regret nothing.
Oh, it's pretty creepy.
Oh.
Who sent you? Answer me.
Collaborate with Inca Robotics and be destroyed.
Oh, that face.
That was.
What's wrong with your face?
I feel like that would not intimidate the Major at all.
Well, it's not meant to maybe intimidate physically. It's made to make her think emotionally. This movie's pretty on the nose with its themes about like who am I? What's my individuality? You know, like am I a robot? Do I have a soul? I'm glad that the movie, you know, had the balls to tackle some of these themes. These are themes that, you know, make good sci-fi movies great. It's just so on the nose with it. I understand why people have their complaints.
Is that Bottle?
Yeah, with the eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have the eye thing yet.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. The anime, he just starts out with it, right?
Yeah. He's just like, hey, I have fake eyes.
I have fake eyes. Look at me, I'm a badass. Yeah, there's a whole scene that's pretty forgettable where He gets the eye thingy.
It's like one of his most characteristic,
He gets it. He gets it.
At least they have his white hair.
Would you have been bothered if he had purple hair?
Yes, absolutely.
You're a stickler for adaptations, huh? You really like...
Yeah, because I like the source material.
It's good source material.
It's like, yeah, we've come across this a lot, and, I really am a stickler for...
There's another Matrix reference with a glitch in the Matrix being a cat.
Oh, no. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm a stickler for it just because, I like the source material, and I'm watching this probably because I saw source material and I liked it. And for it,
Ugh. It's
She
nasty.
just pulled something out of her neck. It was long and it was creepy.
Is that what our future is gonna look like?
How creepy would that shit be, though? You're walking around, there's a giant head.
Imagine being on acid. You'd probably die, right?
You
Probably physically die.
Yeah. You'd be like, I don't know what's going on.
Look at Daft Punk.
Hey, they become governors of Taiwan. What year is this set in?
I'm sure they said it in the beginning. We weren't paying attention.
The head of Hanker's robotics division. Human, but of course cyber enhanced.
So how are they hacking?
Somehow this geisha bot got past his encryption.
Something's different.
I love all the colors.
What'd you get?
Like the color palettes. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely a
Because he is.
colorful movie.
Cyber bank labor. Been saving up for a while. Now it's last call every night. You got enhanced so you can drink more?
Embrace the enhancements, Sylvester. We wouldn't be here without it.
I'm all humans.
That's the
How-
Japanese guy from The Dark Knight.
Hey,
Information about
how awesome would that be to have your organs replaced and enhanced?
What's really good?
That'd be dope as fuck.
Like, just I can drink as much as I want and no liver disease.
Cause you have a robotic liver.
Yes, I want that. I want robot legs.
Following last
Dude, robot legs would be dope.
I'm telling you,
3 more Hanker
like
sites
jump up buildings, you be Titanfall.
at the company's central laboratory.
Just run more often. Feel like you have a healthier lifestyle.
But you don't because they're just robot legs that do all the work.
Yeah, but you'll feel better, and that's all
Yeah,
that
that's,
matters.
that's what matters. Just feeling like you're making a difference. That's why I changed my profile picture on Facebook. Because I'm making a difference, David.
Of course.
A message was left at each of the crime scenes by someone identifying himself as Kuze.
Was this guy in the original anime? Do you remember?
Who?
As the villain?
Collaborate with Hanker Robotics and be destroyed.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't actually remember. So I remember, the anime had, a terrorist organization as the
Yeah.
enemy. Yep, they...
I think they kind of changed the ending up a little bit.
I mean, I feel like it'd be to be expected. It changed a lot of,
Yeah,
you know...
I don't know how much you know about spoilers in this movie, but they changed some of the ending to kind of sort of ease the audience into why they kind of whitewashed
I had to. Or more would have done.
Major as Scarlett Johansson.
How?
I mean, we'll get to it. It's basically that
And I will kill him.
she has a Japanese brain.
Oh, in a white robotic
Yeah.
body.
How do you feel about that?
I feel weird.
It's like they could have not have addressed it, Like they easily could have just said, "All right, that's the Major. Like that's just it." I'm like, "All right." The fact that they had to backtrack, it's kind of like, ah.
It's like, we know we did something bad. Here's an explanation so all the fanboys will shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and
It's
it's
like, I don't know.
probably worse idea. I don't know.
I feel like it's definitely worse. I'd rather have nothing.
Yeah,
I would rather have
just
nothing.
pretend you didn't do nothing. Get on with your life.
And also, I don't know. I mean, just from a logical standpoint, what would make more sense in an Asian country? An Asian robotic body or a white Scarlett Johansson robotic body?
Yeah. But Scarlett Johansson sells movie tickets, Ivan. She actually does. She's talented. Also, she's really hot.
Oh, we're having some weird issues.
The movie's in such slow motion.
And then it speeds up, and then it's slow. Oh, well, there's dogs. Battle. Gonna go ahead and try to fix this right now. That did nothing. There we go. I fixed it.
Rangelan's more of a cat person.
They like their dogs, Ivan.
You don't talk about that stuff, like.
Robots can like dogs too.
I remember
He's not a robot.
just fragments, bits and pieces.
So, I mean, I'm interested to see what you would say. Do you consider, would you consider someone in major situation, not a human being, but I guess like alive or
There's always this.
sentient or something?
She's absolutely sentient.
Yeah.
Like, she can think for herself.
You're lucky.
She's alive
Every single day.
for all intents and purposes.
Let us be pure.
You know, she's something else. You know, she's something beyond our own understanding because of what they did to her.
This is exactly what David Cage is trying to do with his new movie, game.
Okay.
Detroit.
Oh,
I have no hope for that game at all.
you have no hope for it?
No, absolutely not.
Why?
David Cage he's something else.
What's he done before?
What was it Evil with Sin, I believe. Heavy Rain.
Yeah,
You remember Heavy Rain?
No.
It was that PS4 game or PS3 game that came out, and it was supposed to be like this super awesome cinematic game where you make choices and it affects the gameplay. And alright, basically, there's like 3 or 4 different main characters you play as, and you can like permanently kill them like in the game, and there's no like reloading or going back. It's just it's
Oh,
over.
okay.
So like their storyline's completely finished, and you just stop. And you continue on to other people, or like you can literally like finish the game in 10 minutes by killing all the main characters,
What the fuck?
and then that's it. That's the end of the story.
Okay.
It's pretty weird. David, he's
Conceptually, I can kind of see how that, you know, sounds interesting.
just makes no sense.
Was it not received well?
It was received. It was a lot of critical, a lot of very heavy like arguing over it.
I see.
He made Beyond Two Souls, Heavy Rain, Fahrenheit.
Wasn't Beyond
Omicron.
Two Souls pretty well received? Was that the one with Ellen Page?
Yeah, that's the one with Ellen Page.
Wait, now was that the one with Ellen Page, or was that the one that stole Ellen Page's likeness?
No,
and then
okay,
they sued
the-
over it.
One that stole Ellen Page's likeness was The Last of Us. That zombie.
The little girl, what's her name?
Yeah. Not Ellie.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But anyway, that game was fantastic.
Yeah.
That game won like multiple awards. You know, fucking people loved it. Super emotional, super awesome, fantastic game.
So Beyond Two Souls was the one where Ellen Page actually did like motion capture for the character.
Yeah, it was the one where Ellen Page like. There's a naked scene with Ellen Page and David Cage, just like yeah.
Wasn't that like a very dark and depressing game?
Yes, it was. It was super weird. I mean, Ellen Page. That's the only reason why I would even consider like playing it or watching it. Is just
Big fan of Ellen Page.
oh, absolutely huge fan of Ellen Page. Please notice me, senpai.
Yes, Ellen Page, if you're ever listening to this, please know that even though you are not the same sexual orientation as Ivan has a huge crush on you.
Absolutely huge. And I mean, Beyond Two Souls got like mixed to positive, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Oh.
The data was destroyed as it was transmitted. No sign what she was after. The hardware was vandalized.
So these are the people that
They ripped up.
got hacked by that dude, and so now Major has to figure out what's going on.
Can't encrypt during a deep
Hmm.
dive.
So are these actual people?
Left tracks in her.
I think, Ivan, they're ghosts in shells. Those are their shells.
So
Get it, Ivan?
That's creepy.
It's the first
Very
step
creepy.
from Kuze.
Where's the Tachikomas?
Too dangerous and highly irresponsible.
Yeah, see, this is the part where she's more than just a human. She's about to like go into someone else's brain.
Yeah, they plug in.
Yeah. We can't do that.
How come you're the one sweating?
I read somewhere like, why do we think we're so special that we have to compare sentient life as being human?
Running.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she's clearly like not human like us. Look at her eyes just took off her face. Like, they're not human, but they are clearly sentient and have
Unencrypted.
souls. They must.
Quiet for data damage.
See, that's the thing. What do you quantify as a soul?
Oh, that's a good question, man. Now we're getting into philosophy. It's like I'm glad the movie tackles these issues. Just could have been done better. Look at now she's in the sunken place.
Oh no. It's because they whitewashed the major.
Yes.
Oh, it's totally.
What came out first, this movie or Get Out?
Get Out. I'm pretty sure Get Out was like early 2017.
I think was it February?
No, I gotta look it up.
This came out in March.
All right,
Look at
well,
all
I
her
typed in Get Out.
memories. Her memories are all digital.
Ooh, Jordan Peele.
You know, Warner Brothers tried to contact Jordan Peele so he could direct live-action Akira.
Really?
Yeah, he turned it down.
Huh.
He wanted to focus more on his own ideas, you know, his own original content.
Yeah, February 24th.
Respect to him.
Akira. Really?
Yeah.
That seems like a weird.
Well, a lot of Hollywood studios nowadays, they're like, if an independent director directed like one hit movie, then they're like, oh my god, make this huge, you know, blockbuster film that you're not used to making, but we're gonna have you make it anyway. Like,
They just want the name attached to it.
yeah, you know, like, oh, from the visionary behind Get Out, you know what I mean? Like, they just have the clout. I can see where they're coming from, but I definitely do respect Jordan Peele for wanting to still direct his own things. He's a fresh young director. He only has one movie under his name. To go into like a project from like Akira, that's been in like production hell for years. Yeah, probably not the best step for his career.
Yeah, I definitely see why you turned it down.
Yeah. I hope they find someone to get that though, because I would love to see that as a live action movie. I don't know how many people are still gonna be like, oh, what if it's whitewashed? Oh, blah 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 blah. Like, I
It's
just want.
definitely gonna be whitewashed. I'll be honest. I feel
It
like
is. It's
will.
gonna be an American-made movie. That's the thing. It's an adaptation of a Japanese source material adapted into American culture. I get it. I understand the studios, what they have to deal with.
See, here's my thing, and I will be straight up with you. I have not seen Akira,
Gasp. It's a good one, man.
and that's the one with the motorcycle, right?
Yes, that's the one.
Okay,
with-
I
that's the one
don't
with the
know why,
motorcycles.
but like for some reason I just blanked out super hard. I was like, am I talking about the right one?
Yeah, very stylized.
Yeah, I never seen that. That was just a little bit before my time when I got into anime.
Yeah.
But honestly, I've never been a fan of anime movie adaptations in real life.
Well, I mean, they've all sucked. Like
Yeah.
live action anime adaptations. You're talking about?
Yeah, or like a lot of them are just like completely made for Japanese audiences, and
Well, American-made anime adaptations. You got like Dragon Ball Evolution, which is fucking god awful, and then but on the other side of things, you have like Japanese live-action adaptations, and you get like Attack on Titan, or the upcoming Full Metal Alchemist. those look pretty shit as well.
Yeah. Then you have like, didn't the Attack on Titan live action adaptation come out already?
Oh yeah, they made 2 of them.
And then I mean, you get also like the TV series that they make. Like they made a TV live action adaptation for A Great Teacher Onizuka. Great anime. You should definitely watch it. Made a few other ones too. I just can't name off the top of my head. And just, I don't know, man. I just feel like you can't do that for anime. Like I feel like the main reason people watch anime is just for the art style,
Sure,
and to kind of adapt it, it doesn't work.
it's a different medium. You know, it's harder to translate, especially since it's foreign, just in nature. You know, like imagine trying to adapt a Studio Ghibli film. Just wouldn't work because of
No, absolutely.
how stylized the art really is.
I want to watch a Studio Ghibli film now.
I'm gonna have my feelings.
Is that robotic young Danny Trejo?
It does look like Danny Trejo, right?
True, if you admit you're uncomfortable,
He just used his metal arm as a bottle opener. He thinks he's a badass now.
Oh, Danny Trejo.
Isn't he like old as fuck?
Yeah. No, yeah. He's like...
He's been around for a while.
Yeah,
right?
he's been here for... He pumps out a ton of stuff. Or at least is in a ton of stuff. See, you know what I thought was a very large missed opportunity?
For what?
It's like, you know, crossover anime and stuff like that.
What?
Attack on Titan and Titanfall.
Just because they have Titan in the name?
Yep. Because I mean, they made like a comic. Loot Crate has like a, you know, Loot Crate, if you don't know, it's a service that
Yes, Loot Crate. Please sponsor us.
Please
Yes,
sponsor
Loot Crate.
us.
Of course, yes. All
it's a
right, go
free
ahead.
plug. They had like a little like booklet that they give with their boxes that has like a list of stuff and updates and all that. And one of the covers was like Attack on Titan Titanfall crossover.
Yeah.
And I just like seeing that was absolutely fucking amazing.
So it was good. It was a good comic?
Yeah, it wasn't really a comic, it was just like a cover art for the little book thingy, but
Oh, that's not even anything.
yeah, but I mean
It
like
was
just
cool to
look,
look at.
they're pretty similar.
You got
in Attack on Titan, they
You got
fly around.
Giant Titans.
Yeah, and they try to kill the Titans. In Titanfall, you fly around and you try to shoot the Titans in the brain.
Wouldn't that get confusing as to what's a Titan?
You know, honestly, I just want to see the Titans from Attack on Titan fight the Titans from Titanfall.
So you just want giant robots fighting giant monsters and
Yes.
punching them in the face.
Yes.
So what you want is Pacific Rim.
Yes. That's yeah.
That's exactly what
Yeah.
you want.
I want kaijus and I want giant mechs and Jaegers, and that's, you know, I'm a giant fan for like mechs.
Mech anything.
Mech anything. I absolutely love the old like Mech Cell games and Mech Warrior. And
Mechs in anime, mechs in video games.
oh, dude, Neon Genesis. That was. I pretended to be a pilot for so fucking long. Growing up, and then Titanfall just mechs.
collaborate with Hager Robotics and be destroyed.
Fun fact: I actually wrote my own Titanfall fan fiction.
Really?
I wrote one short story. Yeah.
About what?
The backstory for your character. And I will never go into detail because of how extremely embarrassed I am. Oh, there's
like,
an explosion.
The main character. Oh, he's gonna lose his eyes, Ivan.
Oh,
His
that's how,
eyes are on fire.
That's how he gets his
Literally,
character.
literally on fire.
Just your eyes are on fire.
That's oddly specific. How do your eyes catch fire?
You put like gasoline in eyedroppers.
I
don't know.
guess.
Spill acid on your eyes. I guess.
Light a match with your eye.
Jam a hot knife directly into your eye. All right.
I saw him down there.
Hmm.
It was like
Oh,
waiting to see me.
you're totally spray painting her back together.
They're just gonna spray paint her metallic body.
It's like, oh, you're fine. Just cover it up. We'll get some Bondo. You'll be fine.
We'll get Banksy to fix you up. You'll be just good as new.
Oh man, I have not heard anything about him recently.
Yeah.
Since the deep dive.
I wonder, like, have they, if they can do that with Major, have they, like, cured death basically?
I
It's like you could be in any accident and you're like, all right, just put him in the machine. We'll give him metal everything.
yeah, honestly, I think that's one of the plot points for the anime.
Like they've cured cancer and just all death.
Yeah.
That could happen.
Well, also you gotta remember though, like in this society, it's like you have to have the money.
You are not authorized to deep dive the Geisha.
So Major is basically like she's company owned, right? Like
Yeah.
that's okay.
Or I think she's like government owned or something. No,
I read.
does she work for like the government? Or does she work for a company? I can't remember.
I'm
Because I
not
thought she worked for the government
I
in the
can
anime.
repair your body, but I can't protect your mind.
Like she's definitely like military. Cause,
Yeah.
'cause that guy with his eyes, he's like military. You know what I mean?
And then like when they in the opening scene, like there's like a military like SWAT team raiding the
Right.
facility after she came in.
Try and understand their importance here. You're what everyone will become.
I think that's her mother, like air quote mother, like mother
the
who.
creator,
Yeah.
like Halsey is the Cortana.
Yeah.
That was
They
an
had a-
interesting line.
They had a nice bonding moment going on right now.
You're everything we will become.
Yes, they're trying to make this the future. The future is a scary place.
See, I don't like that, man. That's just like some Brave New World type of stuff, you know?
How many fingers am I holding up?
He doesn't need eyes to see, Ivan.
What? There you go.
But he looks scary as shit now.
You chose those
The tactical.
always for the job.
What else I got?
They suit you.
Yeah. I got night vision, Malisu, and X-ray.
Ooh, X-ray.
I guess I see like you now.
Don't worry, you'll get used to it.
Would you totally fuck up your eyes just for that vision?
Yes.
Thanks for saving my ass.
Like, especially knowing that, like, my eyesight's just getting worse. Like,
Every year,
absolutely.
just shit.
Just deteriorates. It's just, oh, well, you need more glasses. You're fucked. Like, oh,
So you got like bricks for glasses.
at that point, it's just like, you know what, let's do the LASIK. Put some lasers in my face.
Yeah, I want to see everything. I want to see through walls. I want to see people's thoughts.
I want to see people's thoughts.
Just gonna feed the little doggy.
Hey, so it's a beagle, no?
I think so. Got the long floppy ears.
Where's the Tachicomas?
If I saw a dog like that in the alley that's so friendly, I would have to adopt him.
Like, alright, you're coming with me, guy.
Like, all right, you're mine now.
Someone starts chasing after you. It's like, it's my dog.
There's a lot of stray dogs in this. You'd think in an alley there'd be a bunch of stray cats.
Major is our most sophisticated weapon. Only if she's intact. And Dr. Lane informed
So
me
now they're talking about their ideas of what Major should be.
A weapon.
Of mass destruction.
you realize the supreme importance that Hanker represents to this government.
Okay, so yeah, she does work for the government.
Future of my company. If you compromise her systems again, I will burn this section.
This guy never speaks in English.
Nope.
I wonder if he like straight up like refused. Like as an actor, he's like, nah, fuck you. I'm speaking my home language. Or if they were like, you know, just yeah, it's okay. You don't need to speak English. Like I wonder which one of the two it was.
I think it's funny how, like, in the anime, he seems pretty European. Like, he looks very European. And in the movie, the Major looks, you know, Asian. In the movie that we're currently watching, the Major gets whitewashed, and he, looks very Asian.
It's an adaptation. Nothing matters.
Um,
Mumble grumble.
rabble.
I think that was a prostitute just walking across the street.
With a giant, holographic sign above her.
So you can't miss it. You just absolutely can't. If you're looking for a prostitute, you know exactly where you're going.
Oh, that would clear up some embarrassing moments, I guess.
Oh yeah, of course. You never accidentally asked someone if they were a prostitute.
Can you take that out so I can see her face?
Did she get one? Is that what happened?
I don't know.
She's about to have an intimate moment with someone else because she's trying to figure out her own identity. / sexuality?
I'm confused.
But I like it.
What does that feel like?
It feels different.
She wants to know how things feel, Ivan.
She wants to feel.
That's what we all want. We all want to feel. We all want to love. All want to feel loved. Major's no different.
Except she's.
Literally different. That's not the point, Ivan. We're all different, but we're all the same.
I don't know.
Is that too preachy for you? Is that... She got a 3D Rubik's Cube right there she's trying to solve.
But cigarettes are still a thing.
Of course.
Oh.
What would a future be without cigarettes?
All this is.
Look at me. Tell me what they took from me.
I'm sorry. Men never taught us.
Oh.
Ooh, he took her eyeballs right off. So how are you feeling about this so far?
So far,
It's weird trying to be honest.
it's weird to say. I wouldn't consider it an adaptation.
In
Even though
it literally is. Yeah.
I would just consider it more like it's the thing.
What do you got?
For the sake of argument, let's say this just was a thing. Like this was an original film. Do you think it would have went over better with audiences? Like, do you think it would have made more money? Would it have been more well received? Not really.
No, I just don't think so. I just feel like there's not enough exposition. I don't know. Maybe just because we haven't been paying attention, we literally just been talking.
That's absolutely what it is.
But I just feel like there's literally no backstory. You're just watching a bunch of people who are robots go do stuff.
I don't know, man, but there's something appealing about it. It's cool. The world is very, stylized. It's very cool. The mythology about, these robots, these hackers, and what are they trying to do? And
Found the clues they stole from Osmo.
it's all a mystery right now.
I mean, visually, this movie's very good.
Yes.
Yeah, I will give it that. I just don't know how I feel about it.
It's definitely a treat to the eyes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Visual eye candy.
She's in transit.
I feel like this is how people felt back in the day watching Blade Runner for the first time. You know?
Blade Runner, maybe. Blade Runner's what's the word? Not as no, maybe it wasn't, because Blade Runner wasn't well received when it first came out either. Believe it or not, it's kind of slowly became a cult classic over the years.
No, but I mean just visually.
Oh, visually, absolutely.
It's oh, this is crazy. It's what the future looks like.
Yeah, and it's not at all.
No.
Not at all. I think we're coming up to where they thought we would be on the future in Blade Runner, and it's just not accurate at all.
Oh, no, Back to the Future. I was that was what, a few years ago?
Yeah.
I was oh,
I'm
man, hoverboard.
Still waiting on them hoverboards.
At least Nike made those sneakers.
The hoverboards we currently have are not hoverboards.
No.
They did make those sneakers. Are they available? Like anyone can buy them, right?
No, they were like limited release. I think.
Ugh. I wouldn't buy a pair. They're just nice to know that they exist. I wouldn't buy a pair.
Little treat, I guess.
It's a nice Easter egg. So this scene was also in the anime with the garbage truck drivers. It appeared much earlier on, I believe.
Yeah, I think I should remember.
As far as adaptations go, it's easy to tell this guy cared for the source material a lot. Visually, he tried to recreate it, like some scenes almost shot for shot.
Yeah.
And even if it wasn't executed the best, and there's some whitewashing issues, like the amount of care put into it, you gotta give him respect for that.
No, I absolutely do. I don't have an issue with this movie. I think it's just an issue with anime adaptations in general. Like, I haven't seen one that I like enough to, get into it.
Yeah.
And until I do, it's always gonna be kind of a minute to me.
As far as anime adaptations go, I gotta say, I think this is absolutely the best one so far.
Oh no, I'll give it that.
From what you've seen, you would say that.
Yeah, I'm just I'm picky.
Yeah.
I think especially in this type of genre, I'm picky.
Gonna come up on the famous scene where she's invisible in the water. It's like little things, like how it was executed. You can clearly tell it's just a guy standing on a green screen.
Yeah, I definitely remember this.
Yeah. Little things like that don't help the movie. Because there's a lot of other things where they go practical effects, and then for a scene, like this, which is pretty iconic, you go with just kind of an empty sound studio with really nothing going on.
Wait, so the water CGI?
I mean, the water's probably there, but like,
Okay.
that's literally it. What? She was there the whole time?
Whoa.
I thought he was beating up himself. I
Tyler
thought he was
Durden.
insane.
Let's make soap out of human fat.
Why does he want to kill Elaine?
Oof. She's not intimidating, but I'm sure those punches hurt.
Absolutely. No, I would be pretty intimidated to see like a robot lady just appear in front of me.
Alright, if she came out like as dramatic, maybe.
The wrong guy. So tell us who we do have. My name
It's Tyler Durden.
It's Tyler Durden. Yeah, I remember being pretty shocked in the anime when you realize like his brain was being hacked. He has no memory of what happened just like 5 minutes ago. It was just conceptually, like Ghost in the Shell was probably way ahead of its time.
Yeah. So there's a book I recently listened to by John Scalzi, another Greek author. It's a lot of science fiction books.
Sure.
It's called Locked In, and in this book, there's like a virus or like a disease that causes like meningitis in the population, and like it does one of three things: either kills the person, it'll either like messes up like their nervous system and makes it so they become, I guess, like put like in a permanent paralysis, where their body's no longer operational, but like their mind is completely fine. So like all their organs still work and everything, But yeah, and the other thing that happens is like it changes like your structure of your brain, like the connections in your brain. And in this book, like apparently they found a way to like hack into your like network, and they can actually take over your body and have you commit crimes. And while you're like locked in, like you feel like you're being suffocated in your own body, watching everything happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I could definitely see a connection to this. And also, there's also like personal transports, which are basically just like robots that you can take over.
Interesting. How did she just get out of the cage?
I don't know. I saw her fall apart to little bricks,
Right?
and I was just not going to question it.
Was she like projected into the thing, but she was standing outside of it the whole time?
You know,
Just like nanotechnology?
holographic projection makes the most sense.
It makes the most sense. But
Why
like,
is he always lounging around in every single scene? He's just like laid back and just like,
and
hey,
he has to keep an eye on the major.
who is it? The Colonel, I think.
I think so. Did she just? Oh, okay. There was a door that time, but before she had to melt into it.
I don't know what the point of that was.
Who are you?
I mean, how would you feel if like you woke up one day in a jail and you were being told you murdered someone? You had no recollection of it because your brain was just hacked into and you're not who you think you were.
I would absolutely like be losing my mind. I would just think like this is some crazy mix-up.
Yeah, right? Some scary thought.
Not yet. I'm not done.
The machine is tracing its location. We got a fix.
Poor guy, he's literally going insane.
We got it.
And now he's dead.
Oh,
Suicided himself.
oh. I did not see that.
He kind of just jumped. Would that work?
Wait, so he just jumped really hard?
I think so.
And I don't think that would work.
I mean, it looked like he had something metal around his neck to keep, the thing around. That's a very poor design if that would work. Like, one would think that would not be a smart
I feel like
place
that
to
wouldn't
keep.
have been overlooked. It's like, hey, he could jump and just kill himself. I know we have this restraint jacket so he doesn't kill himself, but he
We
can
have
jump.
this interrogation room specifically set up so that we can get vital information out of people that we need it from,
Oh, he took a hop. Oh,
and yet
he's
they can kill
gone.
themselves.
He's gone. Guess we just tie him up next time, I guess.
By his hands, so he won't do anything.
That is weird. What is going on in this scene?
They might be having a digital orgy.
Oh, Bukkake. Oh,
I mean, in this kind of world, there'd be tons of like weird kind of underground
oh, absolutely.
shit going on.
Absolutely.
Just like really weird and creepy fetishes
Absolutely.
in the digital world.
There's already VR porn in our world. Come on. Oh,
He's gonna lose his eyes again. Ivan, he has to stay away from fire.
he gets even bigger, like eyes.
Yes.
Eventually, it's just like a telescopic lens for a
He's
face.
just one giant lens. Reminds me of the scene in Inception, I think it was, when they're all tied up to the machine together because they want to sleep. Like the dream,
Yeah,
the
like
dream
Dream
world,
Maker.
was better than their real life. Could be what's going on with these guys right now.
Looks like they're monks, no?
Kind of does.
Major, come in.
I know where we couldn't find him. He's using human minds to create a network of his own.
We're coming to your position.
Hmm.
So are they being used against their will, or are they volunteering to do that?
I feel like it could go either way. Like they might be volunteering because they believe in his cause, whatever it is, or they're just, yeah, you're here now.
This is our lives now.
I was in like a flashback to Major's life.
Yeah, she's having glitches in her memory. I'm getting epilepsy.
This scene is hurting my face.
What is happening?
She seemed like she was doing all right, and then it just took a really bad turn.
You thought wrong.
Where are the Tachicomas? How far are we into this movie?
You mean like time wise?
No, well, it's like midpoint. You've seen this already, right?
I don't remember, to be honest with you.
I am
Seen this
death,
once.
which you seek to destroy.
I don't. I can look up how long the movie is. We're only about like barely an hour.
Hmm. Oh, we're already at an hour?
Almost.
Oh.
I have connected you to a network of my own creation. When I am finished in this world,
Does it sound like Microsoft Sam?
and regenerate,
What do you want from me?
I became fascinated with you, reading your code while you were inside that geisha.
Push me and then just touch me. That's what he sounds like.
Wonder what's up with Daft Punk nowadays.
They haven't made anything in a while, right? Random Access Memories was the last thing they did.
Oh yeah, it was like the last. I'm gonna listen to Daft Punk tonight. That's what I'm gonna do.
Have some good music.
Absolutely.
What have they told you? That you were the first? The first cerebral salvage? You were born of lessons took from my failure.
What are you talking
So he was a prototype.
Yes, and that's why he's so mad.
Well, they dismembered
Because he was abandoned.
Yep. Pretty cliche kind of villain kind of role.
Very.
lying on a table, listening to doctors talk about how my mind had not meshed with the shell that they had built. How Project 2571 had failed, and they had to move on.
They didn't dispose of him properly. I would think, they would have remembered this guy, that, they would have brought it up once and like, oh, we're pretty sure we know who's doing all these hackings. They just seem to have like no memory of this guy at all.
So yeah, I remember that Ghost in the Shell project we tried to do immediately before we just completed this one. Yeah, that one's fucking shit up now.
You would think that'd be vital information that they would need to complete their mission successfully.
I feel like they would have disposed of the old one I feel like they would have made sure they disposed of
Yeah,
it.
he looks like they just kind of left him in a dumpster.
Yeah.
I feel like they definitely would have like thrown him in a fire.
Like they just put him in the garbage can in the corner of the office, and they're like, "Oh, the janitor will just take care of it."
That's why he hacks the minds of the garbage truck people, Ivan. He was born there in the garbage.
Oh man.
Self-defense. Defense itself.
Why would he have a glitch in his talking though? Like his mind still works the same, Is it the software that's trying to interpret his thoughts that's not working? Probably. I don't know.
You're going way too far. into
Look
this
I'm
thing.
really enjoying this movie. I'm just trying to justify everything to myself.
You can't do that.
I could.
Come on.
I'm enjoying it. I'm having a fun time.
You can't justify. You can't make excuses for the film.
I can if I enjoy it.
Oh man.
Damn. Think you would
Why
have
did
taken
he? Yeah, I would have. Why didn't he make sure she didn't have a gun?
These guys aren't good at interrogating people.
No, the future is pretty bad at it.
I mean, it didn't affect him, so maybe he knew and was hoping that she would pull out his gun just to prove a point.
There's a bunch of tattoos on them?
I can't remember.
Or spray paintings? Or.
Haunted by it.
Oh.
Do you see it?
She about to go on her memories yet? Did I tell you the running time of the movie?
No.
Oh, okay. It's exactly 2 hours.
Okay.
So we should be around halfway.
They use it to suppress your memories. Your shell belongs to them, but not your ghost. Your ghost is yours. Remember that.
Remember that.
Remember it all.
Oh.
So he's just gonna tell her to remember, and then it's just gonna all come flooding? Like, what?
Yeah, it's just been
That's
like,
how memories work, right?
I remember now.
I like the sound design.
Hmm.
No, nothing really stands out, but it works for the movie, for what it is. You know, like in the 80s, they would have had like a real, like, kind of techno-y score. Beep, boop, beep, beep, boop, beep.
Yeah.
It works for what it is. That's not creepy.
No, totally not. Just like, hey.
Standing over you while you sleep. Could have knocked to woke her up or something.
No, of course not.
Like, she's having an identity crisis. I get it. That's no reason to stand over someone while they're sleeping.
How many were there before me?
Oh, she got her eyes back.
The intricacies of showing you.
I think that was a different person.
Oh.
This is her mom creator.
Oh, that was a doctor.
She's pretty mad.
It's a weird bedroom.
Dozens.
It doesn't look comfortable.
No.
She's kind of just sleeping on the floor,
I feel like the walls would be more comfortable.
right? Like sleeping like how she's scared right now.
98 unsuccessful attempts before
98? Jesus Christ.
Hmm.
I mean, it makes sense, but like,
What is
if
98?
you disposed at all of them, you know, how did you miss one?
you wouldn't be here.
Wait, there's 98 other ones?
There was 98 before her, yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Is that what I am?
Got 99 problems, and they all robots.
No, dear. Sacrifice.
If you're having cyborg problems, I feel bad for you, daughter. I got 99 problems, but a cyborg ain't
Where did
one.
I come from?
Literally, a cyborg is one.
Mr. Trotter brought them to us. I didn't ask questions. The harbor. My parents. The way they died. Did that happen?
Wait, so, okay. Remind me, because I'm actually not really too familiar. Like I said, it's been a while since I've seen the anime.
Sure.
Gave you false memories. Cutter,
Was she full grown when they harvested her brain, or was she a kid?
In the anime or in this movie?
This movie.
I think she was fully grown. I think. I don't remember.
Nothing I have is real. I found them.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you though.
You knew who he
I
was.
like this version of Major more than I do the anime character.
Really?
The anime character is cool. There's like nothing to her though. You know what I mean? Other than that, she's cool. There's no like backstory to her really. This one they try, and I appreciate that.
See, it's not about the backstory in the anime. It's about the connections she has with her team, in particular Bato.
Yeah, but now there's something more there. Something to understand. In the original, she's kind of just like this cool weapon, and she just does weapon things. She kills people. She searches for who the bad guy is, In this one, you know, there's a conflict. She's questioning herself and what her identity is and what it means. It's very on the nose. It's very obvious, maybe too obvious, but there's something there, you know.
All right, I feel like we should probably watch the anime and like do a just comparison eventually. I might be all tapped out of Ghost in the Shell for a bit.
Yeah, after this, she's dreaming of jellyfish. Do robots dream of electric sheep? Apparently, they dream of jellyfish.
And jellyfish are electric, so it makes sense.
Or she was just actually with jellyfish,
Oh,
which is different.
Never ask. But always do.
he seems salty.
They say in the room.
Salty from the salty water?
I'm just here to fish. Did you see it?
You're a company man. You follow orders. So they ordered you to come.
Stop saying shit like that. You're gonna piss me off.
Oh, now she's getting snippy with him. Because she's questioning her identity. She's like a teenager going through a phase.
He's like the father figure, almost.
What's it like down there?
It's cold.
Why does he look like a Russian gangster?
Just a million miles.
Why does he look like one?
Yeah, it was like a tracksuit on and everything.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of always looked like that.
Biggest dream. Just
Like, he kind of exactly looks like his anime counterpart.
Yeah.
That being said, there's really nothing to his character in this movie.
Why'd they do it?
It's like the complete opposite from his anime character. Like, he's just the cool guy who's lacking character.
feels real.
Why didn't you stop it?
I don't know who to trust anymore.
You trust me, right?
Was the
No.
anime rated R?
Mature.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, mature audiences.
Think this movie would have benefited from being rated R? Come on, Scarlett Johansson's naked body, blood and gore, a lot more violence.
So are you
No.
now?
The Matrix is rated R.
Does that make it any better?
I think it does.
Why? Just because you could see Trinity's, like, boobies?
I think if it were rated R, it wouldn't have gotten the huge budget it did, so they would have had to have focused less on all the production budget and more would have went into like a kind of
Too late.
stylized, gritty, grounded type of narrative.
She knows.
But, like, the visual aspect of it is what makes this movie pretty good.
Sure, absolutely, but it's the visuals are good, but in a kind of bland type of way. Like, it's all very like nothing special stands out, as opposed to an R-rated movie where the visuals that we did see could have been really unique. Am I making any sense?
Kind of. Like, they would have had to put more effort into it.
Yeah, and then the visuals, like visual, anything, an action sequence or anything, they would have popped more, as opposed to kind of everything kind of is blending into each other.
Okay, I feel that now. See, I just don't know, like, how much, you know, like, a R rating would have benefited this movie, seeing as how... I mean, what do you get R ratings for? Like, a lot of, like, blood and gore? It's like, this movie's about... Like, almost everybody that's been killed so far has been a robot or a cyborg. You know?
Yeah. She sees a hand, Ivan. She remembers her past.
Remember.
Why is she sedated?
She's been turned by a terrorist. But you know that already. You should have called the first time she came to see you. Instead, you gave her information.
What makes you think you have the right to tell me what to do?
2571 took us close. It's time to move on to the next.
And here we have the generic plot where they discuss what they think she should be. She's a weapon. No, she's alive. Damn, he wants her dead.
But why?
He believes she doesn't have a soul and that she's just government property and that she's being turned by a terrorist.
She's a contract.
We succeeded. She's more than human. And more than
Yeah, see, very on the nose.
We changed her entire
She's more than human. Why do I feel like that's like a Daft Punk song?
Human, human, human. After all. That one?
Yeah. I remember touch.
A door within a door.
Please don't shut us down, Warner Brothers. Is that who owns Daft Punk or?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
What are you telling me? I understand it's synaptic.
Now this reminds me of the scene from iRobot.
Find out exactly what Kuzik told you.
You know what I'm talking about?
The one where
With Will Smith and Alan Tudyk plays a robot.
yeah.
And they were gonna kill him by putting like nanobites. You know,
Oh
in the shell.
yeah.
See, like Ghost in the Shell was so influential that like so many other movies have taken bits and pieces from it. That this just kind of feels dated because we've seen all the other movies
Yeah.
that have been influenced by it.
My name is Major Mary Killian, and I do not consent to the deletion of this data.
I think there's a rape metaphor going on right now.
I definitely feel that.
We never needed your consent.
Damn. Cold-blooded.
You were surrendered.
That sounds pretty illegal.
Very.
You're killing me.
Is this too on the nose for you?
A little bit. Oh.
Oh, into her brain. How do you think about Scarlett Johansson's acting so far?
I mean, it's okay. I mean, nothing pops out to me so
Yeah.
far. I mean, it's just. I don't know if that's just the way that she has to act to portray this character, or if that's just her acting.
Might be a bit of both.
Yeah, I feel that.
This is your past, your rare past. Take it.
Her real past is in a little hard drive, Ivan.
Oh. Oh.
What a twist. See, she cares for her.
So what she just inject her with?
Ah, it's a good question. She injected her with memory.
Memory is the key. A lot of Rooster Teeth references.
Rooster Teeth, please sponsor us.
Please.
That's the problem with the human heart.
Oof.
Oh.
The first shot kind of looked like it was impenetrable glass, and the second shot was like, oh no, she dead.
She got.
She got.
Oh. It's
Right.
shattered.
Just put her into that seat, and she'll be fine. Give her a fucking metal heart. Be alright.
He was
going the
dragging
wrong way.
on.
She's going the wrong way. Like, what are those things being projected off of, though? Does it not matter?
It's the future. You're asking
Am I-
too
am
many
I thinking
questions.
too hard?
You're thinking way too hard.
She killed Dr. Boulay. We're gonna have no further contact with her. Active security will hunt her from
Well, now he's blaming that death on her.
outside.
She
He
did
wants her
it.
dead, so he's blaming the death that she killed on Major.
She's not the major anymore. We have a Section 9 op-
This is a very generic plot in a movie that visually looks cool but kind of samey. I'm kind of liking it.
I'll take that under advisement.
Why did it go
Is he a
invisible?
robot too? Like,
Oh, I think he was being projected. Okay. That's a really creepy and weird way to like leave your projection.
I'm gonna disappear now. Let me just melt away from this room.
Reminds me of like Agent Smith. You know,
True.
especially like that noise it made too.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
It's a deep hole. Oh, it's okay.
I wasn't sure. I was looking at it first.
Yeah, I was like, I'm confused.
Like an apartment complex, some kind of motel or something.
I guess.
That'd be annoying walking up all those stairs, just
Oh,
going around in a circle, you know.
Absolutely.
She likes you. I was looking for.
Now go, come in. Yeah, no, come.
So hospitable.
Did everybody pass out tea?
They still use gas stoves in the future.
Well, I mean, they live in like a concrete apartment complex. It's probably not the highest, run up part of the town.
But I just feel like in the future, maybe I'm going too far into it now.
In the future, people can still be poor. Like,
But I mean, like,
not
I feel like-
everyone's gonna be able to afford all the high tech technology.
See, okay, then if that's the case, then wouldn't the fuel, the gas stove, be more expensive? Because wouldn't petroleum and stuff run out? See, I got you there.
Okay, okay, smartass.
You know what? This movie is a fail. I give it a 0. I'm done with it. Can't we watch something good like Southland Tales?
I have no comment.
It was great. I don't care what you say.
Oh, I'm gonna have a lot to say.
I'm honestly scared to do that.
Because you're scared to look back upon your
Yeah.
past and see
Yeah.
just
I
how
feel-
shit of a movie that is.
I feel like I'm gonna look at it and just be like, I made a mistake, David.
You're gonna be like 20 minutes in. You're gonna be like, nah,
Can we just shut it off?
this isn't the movie. Nah. All right.
Justin Timberlake, please help me.
He's in that. I forgot he's in that.
He has that scene where he sings The Killers.
So
All
bad.
the things I've done.
Chris Stuckman would do a hilariosity review on that film.
That film is great. Come on. I don't know anymore.
You just haven't seen it in too long.
Exactly.
It's like one of those childhood movies you have, I guess. You know how like everyone has nostalgia over certain things,
Oh,
no matter
yeah.
how shit it is.
Yeah. It's like, oh man, the Jimmy Neutron movie was great. Watch it again. My God. What am I watching?
That's a real shitty view of the city.
Yeah.
Just looks all dull and gray and boring.
Utilitarian.
Yeah.
Do you think that Fullmetal Alchemist live action movie will have a US release?
You mean the one they're actually making?
Yeah.
I think it might because it's distributed by Warner Brothers.
It's gonna be like very, very limited.
Super limited. Why? Are you interested?
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I mean, I might not like it. I feel like Fullmetal Alchemist was a large enough part of my life growing up that I think it deserves a watch.
There's no way I'm gonna watch it, G.
You really?
It looks. Have you seen the trailers, man?
No.
Shit. Just shit.
Like, do you mean CGI wise or?
Kind of. I don't know. It's a Japanese film, and you could just tell. And I don't mean anything against that. It's just doesn't look good at all.
Hmm.
Listen to me. I was never in a terrorist bombing.
I feel like that would be a film that could greatly benefit having a very high budget, American made adaptation.
Consider this as
I definitely feel like the fan base in America will be large enough to do it.
Absolutely.
I mean, I feel like Full Metal Alchemist is probably like one of the pillars of like the American anime that people like the anime that Americans get into. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, but they can't even nail like the stupid popular ones right. Like they can't even get a Dragon Ball Z thing right.
Okay, you know, honestly, I never saw what the big deal about Dragon Ball was.
Yeah, sure. That aside, right? That's an anime that should guarantee money, right? Because of just how big it is, regardless of the quality of the show, and yeah, everything about that adaptation sucked hard.
I almost bought a T-shirt of Goku drinking lean. Just want to throw that out there.
Okay.
Just drinking styrofoam cup with purple lean in there.
Mind comms.
No.
That seems very hackable.
I don't know. Oh, shit.
He did? Took no time at all.
That was, that surprised me. Caught me off guard.
I just wouldn't want my mind to be hacked. Why would you, like, let your mind, you know? Why?
How would that feel? It's like not being able to control your own body or having someone in your thoughts constantly.
Probably. If it's just like a piece of hardware, then I imagine it would hurt to implement it. I'm sure it'll feel like just a reflex after a while. You know what I mean? Because it's just a bunch of nerves up there, you know, just a bunch of electric signals. So I'm sure the body would get used to it. Or maybe it'll just, you'll always have a headache at all times.
That'd be horrible.
That would be horrible.
Hey, the doggy.
Hey, look it. I guess they did adopt it. I care about animals. I'm a hard ass with a soft teddy bear inside.
That pretty much is him, actually.
Yeah, it's it.
The thing I definitely liked about the anime too is that like a few of the characters have their little backstories that get done in episodes, or at least like they get developed the character.
Yeah.
I want that bike.
Trying to do the Akira thing.
Hey man.
Oh, you're finally gonna get it.
I'm finally getting it.
I told you it was near the end.
I'm just mad that's not like the ones I thought were gonna be there.
That's what you've been waiting for this whole time.
It really has. I'm still disappointed though.
It hasn't even happened yet.
I already know I'm disappointed. And I'll tell you why right now.
It's the place in her memory.
Huh. It's kind of weird. Oh, it's a shanty town. Where's the spider tanks?
We have to have an emotional connection with the main character, Ivan.
No, it's too far gone.
But the mystery of who she is.
No, I can't grow an emotional connection to the character when the movie's like 3/4 of the way done.
It was a mystery about her identity, Ivan. Still technically haven't gotten to the answer yet. There was a fire. Some police force were involved.
Kidnappings by said police force.
It is real. This place.
Oh, I guess he's there too.
For the sake of the plot. If he can, like, start a revolution by, like, hacking into people and, like, having an underground army that are, like, making the government chase its tail, you would think he would be able to upgrade his voice speech pattern.
I mean, if he's able to hack people and have his own private army, why not just hack like high government officials to do what he wants?
I think that's what he tried doing at the beginning. I think that's what that whole thing was.
Oh,
Could be wrong, but I'm just saying he does not. Is he stuck in a shell? Like, if you're a ghost and you can do all the things you can do, are you just stuck in your shell though?
see, that's the thing I don't remember.
Because Major can literally hack into other people's thoughts,
Yeah, that's because she's a successful
but
version.
that she can't. She can't transfer her consciousness. This isn't Chappie.
No, I think she can. Maybe. See, okay, that's where it gets kind of weird because,
The lines are very blurred.
like, what if her brain gets destroyed?
I mean, they were able to do it before. That's the whole, like, she was Japanese and now she's Scarlett Johansson.
But they transfer the brain, though.
Like the physical brain.
Yeah, they transfer her physical brain into it. That's why in the beginning of the scene you see all the little nerve connections being formed. That's why, like, they also have, like, the shot of a brain when they inject that stuff, or fake inject that stuff in their brain. But that being said,
I'll take control from here.
could she upload her consciousness
Spider tank. No,
into something? I don't know.
Her memory was uploaded into a hard drive. Like, could her consciousness, like, ideally be the same? Because, like, is she not just made up of memories and thoughts? I don't know. I'm just getting myself confused.
I'm already disappointed. This is Tachikoma. That's not a Tachikoma.
It's a giant spider tank. You literally said giant spider tank.
Yeah, well, I want Tachikomas. Tachikomas are like the little blue spider tanks, okay, that have like AIs that become sentient, okay? They have feelings.
It could have feelings.
It's not showing it.
It's showing the.
But like the stuff they talk to the Major, they talk to Bato, and they're
Uh,
like, yeah.
All happy-go-lucky, just like that too. Yeah.
It's like, hey, Mr. Bato.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's like, can we get oil changed? That's why I don't like them. Oh,
He about to get killed.
what?
He shot him with his finger.
target acquired.
So he doesn't want Major to die.
I feel like the spider tank could easily handle one person, especially.
It's a giant tank in the shape of a spider.
Come on. See, I think at that point, that's when like it'll be creepy as fuck, like a spider tank.
If you saw a giant tank in the shape of a spider pull out guns on you, you'd probably die before it even shot you, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Just shit
You're
yourself.
Like, oh, heart attack. I'm good. This is my biggest fear. Come to life.
You're afraid of spiders as it is.
Yeah.
So a giant tank coming at you be pretty terrifying.
It's like a spider I can't squash. No matter.
It's okay. Major's gonna punch it to death.
Oh wait, is this the iconic scene? There's a really iconic scene in the anime where she does this. Like you see like her body rip apart from her like forcing to hatch.
I think so.
Yeah, this is it. Yep. Oh, okay, this is kind of cool.
Yeah, they did it.
I might rewatch just that scene of the anime.
It's pretty cool.
Sniper team on site. Come with me.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of nothing but robots. Now this is starting to feel like the movie Her. Have you ever seen it?
No.
Oh, where that's where Scarlett Johansson is like a sentient AI in your phone.
And the guy falls in love with her.
Yeah. So at the end, it's like almost exactly what he just said. Where it's like, we need to go somewhere else, and all of the AIs in your phone like go like into cyberspace or some shit.
Wait, so is she going there now?
I don't know. That was the vibe I was getting. Do it. Do it now.
Pew.
Well, if he did, he might have lived because his consciousness was in the internet or something. Ivan, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, this guy. Remember him? He was a sniper of the team.
Who didn't have like any role in this movie whatsoever.
No, not at all.
He just kind of showed up.
Yeah. I'm mad. Like a lot of the team had very, very, very minute roles.
Well, they hype the importance up of Major. Major's character is more prominent.
Still mad.
You can't do everything, Ivan.
Major's still in there, right?
So like now she's something else.
She's broken.
Well, like how did you figure out he was the bad guy?
I thought they might be you.
He's just that good at being a detective.
For the sake of the plot and to wrap up loose ends at the end of the movie, he's like, "Yep, I'm gonna charge you with murder."
Oh, shot ya.
This is justice. That's what I was built for.
feel like that could have been a cheesier one-liner.
Yeah.
And I give my consent.
Ah, there it was.
To shoot him?
It's because she didn't give her consent before, but she gives her consent now.
To shoot him?
Yes.
What?
There's that kind of 80s music.
So he totally just shot the guy in cold blood.
Cold Blood, yeah.
It's
Does-
totally illegal.
Major, I think, has that authority. But, I mean, the other guy was the prime minister, no? So, like, he had the authority? So it didn't matter whether or not Major gave her consent, still?
Oh, wait. This is a giant stadium full of graves.
Yeah, she's at her parents' grave. Or maybe she's at her own grave, I think.
Oh.
I'm confused.
This movie is... It's something.
It's okay.
It's something. It exists. It's a thing.
Look at she just had her memories. She talked to a lady. She, she's searching for the truth.
Why do they put a make out? There, oh, there they go. Okay, that was, yeah. That was
They're just getting too close for your comfort.
a little bit, yeah. I was just like, this is... I don't know.
My mind is human.
Human.
My body is manufactured.
So, did that feel kind of anticlimactic?
Yes.
Was that much more epic in the anime?
From what I remember, yeah.
We cling to memories as if they define us.
And here she gives the exposition as to what the whole movie was about, as if we couldn't tell on our own.
Already too late at the end.
My ghost survived to remind the next of us that humanity is our virtue.
Humanity is a virtue, Ivan.
I know who I am and what I'm here to do.
So her entire arc. So she hasn't changed. She just has her memory back now. Does that really change who she is as a person / robot?
She really had to do that. She really... Was that needed?
They needed something to end the movie on.
Oh.
And that's just like that's it. It's
All
over.
right. Well, you know, that was I have feelings about it. Yeah.
I feel like the beginning opens. Oh, now we have the iconic music. Should have been played earlier on in the movie.
Absolutely.
I feel like the movie starts off stronger than it ends. The ending is kind of just like whatever. What's going on? The beginning, you can kind of see the potential and what the director's trying to going for.
I just, for me personally, I just like this movie just didn't grab my attention at all. Like, I don't know. I just felt like it was.
It's not going to stick with you. You're
No.
not going to remember what
I feel like
happened.
it didn't know what it was trying to go for or what it was trying to do. You know what I mean?
I was just trying to capture shot for shot what the anime did. So it feel Ivan. It literally feels like the shell of the anime. It feels hollow.
It's the ghost in
the shell. It's so meta.
Oh, I'm so meta on that.
Definitely doesn't compare to the original. I do appreciate what he was going for though.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely see it, and I definitely appreciate the fact that he actually tried to stick somewhat true to
He
it.
did try.
You know, despite it might not have been his fault. You know, it might have been some creative issues or whatever that would not allow him to I appreciate what he did. Basically,
Sure.
I appreciate what he did. It could have been a lot worse. Could have been like very, it
It's
could
just
have.
all very forgettable.
It could have pulled a World War Z, where like the only thing it has in common from the source material is the name and the fact that they're zombies.
Yeah. So it did try to remain faithful. It was good in some aspects and very bland and very forgettable in others.
Overall, what would you give this movie? I guess
I think on my website I gave it 3.5 out of 5.
3.5.
Yeah.
On my website, which I don't have, I'll go ahead and give it a. Honestly, maybe like a 6 out of 10.
So 3 out of 5. That's
Yeah,
not
pretty
too
much.
different from what
I like to be different.
All right then, that was our first commentary for Ghost in the Shell. You have anything left to say, Ivan?
No, I mean, definitely, if this interests you at all, definitely check out the anime. A little bit better, in my opinion. A lot of different versions of it, and, just check that out. Hope you guys enjoyed the recording, and yeah.
Yeah, guys, stay tuned for our Not the Best podcast. Try to get that up and running. We'll try to get more commentaries out to you guys. If you like this, please subscribe. We'll have more content for you. And we'll see you next time.
See ya.